I'm sorry, man.
You are now.
Okay, we're live now. Can you help me over here, Tank? And the odd thing is that I'm not sitting on that chair. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching, I apologize. Hang in there. We're gonna start part 2 in a minute. And turn it. Did you turn it on, man? Wait. Alrighty. Thank you, Jen. And it looks like. Tell you what. Let's give everyone, let's say 3 minutes to catch up with us. Okay. Allow me to hydrate. Yours is up. Can you put it up for me so I can see? I just want to see real quick and then I'll stop. Roger, thank you. Alrighty, hang in there, folks. I'm so sorry. There are reasons of what we're doing, why we're doing them, but we're almost ready to pick up. Where are we at with the attendance for this number 2?
488.
488. Well, maybe I'm not going to wait for them. All right, 1 more minute, 60 seconds. You're on fire tonight. Yeah, I haven't even started. No, I'm playing. You know what? Maybe I should just calm down. What, honey?
Because we're not able to save your video.
Oh, they're not able to save our video?
Well, I just saw it on here.
You see? You were right.
Oh, it's there.
Oh, okay. Are we ready? Huh? They're all scared of me right now. That's why I'm scared of myself of what I'm about to do here. But all righty. You only got 500 on?
640.
Oh, okay, they're coming. Well, we'll let them slowly come back because we're wasting time. So let's get back to what we were saying. You tell me. What was the last thing I said? Bella says, let's roll. I wonder if the other gurus are listening. Yeah, I think that they are. And you know what, other gurus? If you want to call me, you know my phone number. I got no problems talking to you. You want to analyze things with your teams and my teams? And so be it. I don't like it when people make fun of me or change my words. And if you're one of them, don't call me. But if you have a nice group or you have a group, shoot, I'll even come to your conference call and help you out. The idea is to help people understand about this investment. I'm not saying that we are correct. I am saying that what we share with you, you eventually see it. Now let's get back to what we were talking about. Am I selling a replica of the chair? Thank you, I obey. So, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, Iran took over Iraq, making it difficult for me and you in this investment. And over at least a period of 8 years, there were some amazing deals that were made. In order for Iran to dominate, suffocate, and totally control Iraq. That would be, it would be like if all of a sudden Canada was telling the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, what to do. Trudeau, no, you were told what to do. And you're going to do it. And you can be your own people don't like you, Trudeau. You're going to do it. You're a little too young. You don't seem to say the right things. Our president doesn't say the right things either, but yet he accomplishes things. I haven't seen you do much of anything. And then for the hypocrisy? Oh no, we're not going to pay that amount. Really? You want to bet? Because what did Donald Trump do today? He told all of you, up yours. No, 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 wait, hey. And the media was there. It was packed. President Trump is going to be here. He's going to talk. Oh, we're going to get in another juicy story. What you got to say, where's Trump? Where's Trump? What? He's in Air Force One. He went back to D.C. We ain't done here. Trump is done. Don't you understand? They're there because of Trump. So Trump was done. Just like we was done with Nancy, I gotta pee. I mean, that woman, she remember that, what was it, a month or 2 months ago? She brought him in, President Trump, and he thought, all right, man, we're gonna get to finally do something. Almost 3 years wasted on the floor. Okay, guys, this is what we need to do with the border and our economy and this and that and prescription pills and what, Nancy? I'm a what? I'm a what? You another one. So bye-bye. And he gets up and he walks out. And Nancy's sitting there, what do we do now? We just embarrass ourselves because the man that everybody wants to talk to, that we need to talk to, just walked out the door. Because he's representing me, Frank Villa, and my families. Well, most of them, because he's fighting for me like no other president ever has. And Democrats, you can do whatever you want, but you're not going to win. And what you've done is, I told you, you've opened a can of worms. You've opened a can of worms for yourselves because all these deals, they're going to find out about Obama. They're going to find out about Pence. What's the other guy? Biden and his son and more of his family. Hillary, get ready, baby. Nancy, your son. Oh, boy. Hey, what's his name? Shithead? What's that guy's name? I can't think of his name. Schiffler. You're, dude. The kickbacks, the deals, the lies. You don't think Trump has this information? The government of Iraq was so cocky. We're going to shoot you at 45 more days, maybe 20%. Ha, 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 ha. The next day, who shows up? Ambassador of Trump. And what does he say? I'm resigning. I'm sorry. Bye-bye. Before they shoot you. Same thing with you Democrats. Trump has a lot on you guys. Trump is not a politician. He's a financial warrior. And before he makes a chess move, he calculated like 4 or 5 before that. And everything that you have been accusing him of, he's got. Now, when you're ready, and I don't think you will, what's that? That chicken dance thing? What is that? That's what you're going to do. Because I dare you. I dare you to do the impeachment. I dare you to follow through with it. Take it to the Senate. I dare you. Oh, I dare you, Nancy. That's why you've been hesitating. What is today, the 4th? Jeez. Please do it. Please do it. Iran, please, no more of those firecrackers. What are you, stupid? And try to hit the green zone properly. Give us that reason for a short war. It's a big mistake. All right, enough of that. So the banks or the Central Bank of Iraq tells the money exchangers, up yours. This is the third. We're back to what we were talking about. He tells the third money exchangers, up yours. You know why? Hey, you know what? We had 2,000 people. We've got about 13. We lost 700 Democrats. So the CBI tells the money exchangers, nah, get out of here. It's illegal what you're doing. It's illegal what you're doing. You got no licenses for it. You're lying. You're stealing. It's a black market that you've established. Daddy don't like that. And Daddy's here. You exchange centers, which are Iranian run. You see, everything is Iranian in Iraq, but it's leaving now. You exchange centers, your money exchange centers, you unbalance the rate of the markets in our country. And all for your profit, all for the profit of your pocket. It caused many other problems for that matter. 2% compliance, we've already talked about this. But you know what? This is being resolved. This is resolved. This is resolved. So the money exchangers that were Iranian influenced, that were just effing up everything financially in Iraq and stealing everything and finding all of these little fake accounts. Oh, there's another, there's another, there's another. But where's this one going to? Istanbul. From Istanbul to where? Where? New York City. Are you kidding me? Where's it go from there? Where? Where? Him? Bust his ass. And that's what you did, Democrats. Thank you. You should have left it alone. So go ahead and impeach him, because the moment you impeach him, he will use every defensive weapon that you have tried to stifle, that you have tried to suffocate, that you have tried to remove from him. Oh, so the combination of the banks saying no more money going out, no more disbursement of our 3-0 notes, physically or electronically, is being cut off before the end of the year. No disbursements, no more money going out. Okay? Okay. But now they're saying, that we are going to also shut off any grants that would be maybe coming into these private banks. Customers are now pouring in to the banks in Iraq. Excuse me? Customers in Iraq are now pouring into the banks in Iraq. Why? Daddy's there, protecting the banks. Paradigm shift? More of a miracle. Walking on water? Yeah, that's what the United States has a tendency to do that to countries. So of the three subjects we just talked about with the CBI, which is all we really care about, right? And what were the other two things? We were looking for two things. We said, right? The CBI to talk, and what was the other one? Iran to throw a tantrum. They did. And this award to the Hadim Bank is timing. And it's being done in front. Because the CBI was right next to them while Hadim was saying, yeah, we just increased our assets. Yeah. They're doing it with the CBI and other financial institutions. The Fab Four. Everyone is now supporting Iraqi banks. The investors really like this. We told you, in the presence of the CBI, one of their banks has been now awarded this recognition. Why? CBI wants the international world to. Wait a minute. What about the citizens? Citizens know they're pouring into the banks. Pouring in? Well, they're coming in now. They'll soon start pouring in when they change the rate. But the citizens are recognized. Look at this award. Oh, I know. But it's the international world where those are the contracts that are going to rebuild. You see, they got the monetary reform taken care of. Hey, investors contract. Our banks are okay. We got Article 8. You'll have freedom of capital movement in and out of our country. But our banks, come on. As soon as we raise the value, okay? So the CBI is trying to tell the international world it's a little precarious about the situation with them because you guys are nothing but Iranian puppets. No, we gruesome. Daddy's here. We're just trying to tell the international world that our banks are healthy. We're trying to tell the international world that we are ready. And the banking sector and our markets in Iraq, along with you, international world, should love this. You should see what we have done. We want you to have confidence in our banks. Why? Why? For a program rate? You know why. We're coming. Okay, I'm just teasing you. Giving away awards for what? For record-breaking records with the Hadim Bank inside of Iraq. Oh, bravo. A plus. You watching international world? Huh? Did you see we got rid of the black markets too? Mm-hmm. Okay. The money exchanges from Iran. You did see that, didn't you? Man, there was a lot of them. When did they leave? When Daddy got there. Oh, snap. Choir. We have the Enquirer of the study of the other. Oh, no, we just shut it down. Oh. Alrighty. So, did I get to say that? You know what we're like? You know what our study is like? We're like the Enquirer of the Iraqi dinar. I don't even know if Frank here. So, oh, look at this. Frank Gutierrez. Frank something. He says, Frank, you're so right. And I've been reading about that in the article for the last week. International world ain't moving until the rate changes, in my opinion. You're so right, Greg. You're so right, Greg. Guess what? What if the international banks of the international world received pictures? Because the Central Bank of Iraq received pictures of other countries' currency. I'm just asking you, what if they did? Well, that would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. And you would actually be able to grade it and measure it. How? By the articles you're about to see of the investors that are preparing to come into Iraq. It is a confidence, award-winning, record-breaking awards given to Rahadim and Rashid and trade banks, the international world markets. Are you looking at this? Versus the high level of corruption that used to be in our country? No. And versus the fact that Daddy's here. Here! That's like putting Raid in the middle of a cockroach room. Here! All you investors, you love USA, don't you? They're here. Name me one country that does not want to work with the United States. China. What do you mean? They're reneging. They're not reneging. They're just acting stupid. Want tariff? Tariff, 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 tariff. Are you done? Yeah. Okay, we're done. You want stuff? Yeah, we want stuff. You want to remove the tariffs? Yeah, we remove the tariffs. Hey, Kimmy. Hey. God bless it. Did you get fatter? Kimmy, what do you want? What? Oh, you're daring? You dare? You dare Trump? Do something before the end of the year? Or you're going to go, what? You're going to do something different? You're going to do something different? What? You're going to lose weight? What? You're going to kill a family member and lose weight there too? Stupid. All these countries. France. France is the last country to show up. The history of the world knows this. Before France was even created. Hey, we'd like to help now. It's over with now. Yeah, but we'd like to bring in our NATO. Can we help and bring in some of our? We're done, guys. We can clean up a little bit. There's still a little spot right there, yeah. We have to be allies with France for whatever reasons. I hate politics. So international world, compare us what we used to be and what we are now at the highest level of our health in our banks is to look at is the highest way, international world. You want to grade me, banks in Iraq. Look at my deposits. You can see them. We got the figures out. Go to the CBI website. Look at our deposits. They are winning awards for these deposits. You see, family, this is how you study. This is how you gather intel. We are gatherers of information, not intel. This is how you gather information. I shouldn't have said intel. 15, huh? Oh, can I have a thumbs up? If you want to, it doesn't matter. I stopped trying to figure out UB2B. Anyways, the CBI has supercomputers, I told you now, in my opinion. And you know what, family? In my opinion, the CBI now has super banks. I told you so. I ain't making this up. You got the 3 articles. You can read all of this. I'm just giving you my opinion, my opinion of what these 3 articles meant, because the other gurus didn't. I mean, God bless them. I'm not cutting them up. There was one guru that I found out today. Did you say it was Mark? Mark Z. I don't know you, sir. I've never met you. I've never talked to you. Then again, I might have. I don't know. A lot of people call me. But Mark, I heard you talked about this. It's interesting, isn't it? I'd be curious to hear what you had to say. You know, I don't know you as a guru that is this currency exchange swap manager. Compliant. Well, Mark, you covered this, didn't you? You think Iraqi banks are getting ready? Our people are getting ready too. On this side of the border, man. Shoot. Anyways. Yeah, this was not just from the CBI, these 3 articles, but the CBI talking about CBI banks in the presence of the CBI, showing confidence and trust. That's my little boy. You can trust him now. He's just like me, and you know darn well what I got. I am the CBI. You know, we've been in cahoots. We've been in talking. We've been to meetings. You know what our plan is. You saw the pictures. My banks are the same. The confidence and trust in the banks of Iraq is necessary. And it's what the CBI is beaming with pride right now to all the world. And this is being blasted to the international markets and to the international banks for the economic and monetary reform, family, that is occurring right now. You see, the international world, what they... No. Okay, let me reverse that. What's the CBI right now? I don't care about the other subject, but I told you, it's only 2 things we're worried about, concerned about, studying. And I already dealt with the first part by telling you what Pence did. I would like to tell you a little bit more about that too, but it involves six. But not only are the banks of Iraq ready for the lifting of the 3 zeros, but so is Daddy ready. If anybody wants to stop it, yeah. And it would be such a small world. No. It would be a small war. The CBI wants to be seen. It wants to be found. It wants to be understood of what they are doing to join the international markets. The world now says, I hear you. I hear you. We hear you, CBI. We hear you, CBI banks. Therefore, we are on alert. For another announcement, we call it the second article from the CBI. What did Angel One tell you, Frank, my friends? And he's talking about banks on the other side of the world. This is the European, Asian, and into Australian water banks. And all of his friends, whoa, you see this? Yeah. All the banks in Iraq got this. Yeah. You see this? All the banks are doing this for international entry. Yeah. I have bank friends too. I asked him, I said, you guys seen this? They said, no, we don't see it. What? Frank, we hear it. Oh, touche. Because you see, my friends, my bank friends that you know about who they are, anyways, my bank friends, this is their language. They see the tranche moving. They see the stars. My God, Iraq is full of stars. If they were not, then the world markets would not be on alert. They see a big ROI. So while this is going on, Iran says, but there's not much they can do about it. Shoot, Iran came out yesterday and they said, what's that guy's name? Rouhani? Yeah, he's rude, all right. Let me see if I can find. The president of Iran, I think is Rouhani. He comes out and he says, well, I'll talk to President Trump. I told you you would, but only if he removes the embargoes. Up yours. You're removing nothing for you, stupid. And I told you, family, didn't I? Watch Iran. They are going to they're going to just implode. Phagocytosis. I said, watch their citizens look over. You see what they're doing? We can do it too. They did. And then all of a sudden, Daddy, hey, you're helping them. Will you help us? And what does Daddy said? Darn right. And Iran says, hey, mind your own business. Too late, sucker. And over here, America attacks Sistine. Oh, well, that's different. That's the holy man. God, we got a lot to talk about, but I'm not gonna stay with you. But okay, I can't. I don't want to deviate. Okay, Trump envoy talks about Mahdi replacement. No, okay, we don't know. What's the agreement between China? Oh, that's another good story. Oh, for crying out loud. Pentagon says that new evidence of Iran threat to America in the Middle East. Big mistake. Big mistake, Iran. Just beat your people up, kill them, do what you do. You should not have done something recently. Don't call me family. Now you just messed me up where I'm at. I don't think I'm gonna. Oh, no, that's not it. But that's beautiful. So, hey, Iran, you threaten us, huh? Huh? You see this? Now, I was talking about it with our family, and I was talking about six. Well, they might have figured it out by now, but no, you guys are. Here it is. Rooney, I will meet President Trump after the bans and the embargoes are lifted. Well, you're going to wait forever because that's not about to happen. And then what happened was that, look at, our military. The six. Are in good position. I've never seen. Anyways. So yeah. Oh dear God, I forgot it's time. Here, talk to him because 809. Okay, tell him if he wants to talk now. This is Wednesday. You know, this is Wednesday, okay?
Okay.
I give the floor to Will. And Will talks to you for about 20 minutes, and then I'll get right back and we'll finish this up. Now, look at here. I want to talk to you about the writer. See, I want to talk to you about this right here. See this? What Pence, in my opinion, Pence activated the writer, which triggered off other things. And then we also have to talk to you about Firefly's report. And then again, if we don't make it, we don't. Let me put my brother on the speaker. Will, are you there?
Yeah, I'm just listening to you here, brother.
The floor
How
is
is your evening going? It's looking pretty good.
indeed, my dear friend. In fact, we're getting a lot of information. You go right ahead, and then I'll get back. I don't want the people to think that I'm not going to be around. In fact, for those of you that are in Hawaii, if you could help me, I'm looking for the active shooter reported at the joint base in Pearl Harbor at Hickams Air Force Base. Will, the floor is yours.
All right, all right. Well, it's a pleasure to be here with everyone this evening, as always on Wednesday evening. And folks, I've just discovered some new information concerning what we normally talk about on Wednesday evening, but I've actually got additional information that is quite impressive, actually. Now, tonight, we're going to talk about the products that Frank and I normally talk about, but I'm going to give you some information at the end that y'all are going to be impressed with, actually. And let's see here. Now, here's the thing. For the last, 2 decades or so, everywhere I look, I see antioxidants. You know, I mean, they got it in your Fruit Loops. They got it in your 7-Up. I mean, just because they sprinkle a little vitamin C in it or some vitamin E into the packaging, antioxidants are becoming all the rage over the last few decades. And I mean, they're putting health claims on foods where they really don't belong, actually. Now, what in the world are antioxidants anyway? Antioxidants are molecules that fight unstable molecules that are called free radicals. Free radicals are naturally occurring in our bodies because of us producing or metabolizing food and breathing oxygen. And free radicals can really wreak havoc on our cells. So they like to have 2 electrons. So what they do is they go about our bodies stealing electrons from our healthy cells. Why on earth does that happen? That's just life. If you're a mammal on planet Earth and you are breathing oxygen and you're eating food, you have free radicals. Well, how many have I got? About 3.9 quadrillion per day are produced in your body. Oh, Lord, that's a lot. Yeah, that is a lot. And the accumulation of those free radicals can lead to malfunction in your cells. And it can also lead to disease. I mean, disease like cancer, heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, they've all been linked to free radical damage in our cells. And actually, there's about 250 diseases that they have been linked as a direct cause of now. It has been found. Now, antioxidant molecules neutralize the free radicals before they can damage our cells. They do that by donating an extra electron to the free radical, which is desperately seeking it to stabilize itself. And the accumulation of free radical damage as a result of an imbalance in the body's ability to do away with free radicals is called oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is the main biochemical component of aging, and like I told you earlier, has been studied as a link to over 250 diseases, for goodness sakes. Now, the myth that we've been told over the years is that eating foods high in antioxidants or taking antioxidant supplements help to control the damage of free radicals inside of our bodies. And we can be healthier and live longer as a result. Do they really help? Well, really very little. It helps about like a squirt gun to put out a house fire. That's about how much it helps. Thank you. Look awful sharp tonight, I'll tell you what.
Thank you, Will.
The antioxidants that we consume are not powerful enough even to make a dent in the problem. Eating antioxidants do very little to relieve oxidative stress. Now, let's look at why that is. At the molecular level, direct antioxidants from food and supplements work on a 1-to-1 basis. One molecule of those antioxidants will kill or neutralize one free radical, and then it's done. That antioxidant is done. It's dead. You can't do any more. Now, it can't help you fight any additional free radicals. Now, this is important because your body is producing something like I told you earlier, 3.9 quadrillion free radicals every day, plus or minus a few trillion. Now, the actual number depends on the individual, your eating habits, your genetics, etc. The point is, it's a super duper huge, large number. To neutralize that many free radicals, you'd have to consume 11 pounds of blueberries every day. Blueberries are high in antioxidants, and they're a very antioxidant-rich food, but I hope you're hungry. If you don't like blueberries, you might try out eating 367 oranges every day. Oranges contain vitamin C, and they're another antioxidant-rich food source. What about super supplements like juices and pills that say they contain vast amounts of antioxidants? You'd have to still consume several bottles of pills or dozens of drinks every day just to get enough antioxidants to help you fight the battle. Now, that could get really expensive. Now, listen to this. All of that consumption of the food is really impractical for 2 primary reasons. Nobody can consume that amount of food every day. And number 2, the processing of all that food and supplementation actually would create more free radicals during the metabolic process, so it's completely counterproductive anyway. Now, to sum up the myth, direct antioxidants such as antioxidant-rich foods and supplements do very little to reduce oxidative stress. The antioxidant-rich foods are still very nutritious. They really are, and you should eat them. But don't be fooled into thinking that you're greatly helping in the fight in the raging war of free radicals inside your body. Now, is there anything that does help? There is some good news thanks to science. There have been a lot of discoveries recently in how the body fights off free radical damage in the first place. The body has a built-in defense system. Otherwise, our bodies would wither away as fast as that apple or banana turns brown on your countertop in your kitchen when you cut it. Now, scientific research has discovered that our cells protect themselves by producing powerful antioxidant enzymes that try to control the free radical damage. These enzymes are indirect antioxidants, meaning that those molecules are naturally produced in your own body, and it can neutralize millions of free radicals every second and even continue fighting after that. Now, it's like bringing armored tanks with air support to the war instead of just getting a few foot soldiers. The naturally occurring enzymes such as superoxide dismutase, catalase, glutathione, oxygenase, they are the superheroes in the war against free radical damage and fighting aging and malfunction and disease. They are the reason that humans and animals live as long as we do, and we don't wither away as fast as a piece of fruit. Instead of a squirt gun to put out the house fire, we now have a sprinkler system to put it out. Now, there's a problem, though, because since our bodies produce its own antioxidant enzymes, then here's the question: why is there still disease, and why do we age at a faster rate as we grow older? Here's the answer. These enzymes can win a few battles early in our lifetime, but we lose the war in the end. The body starts to slow down the production of these powerful enzymes once you reach skeletal maturity. 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, it starts to dim down and shut down eventually. That usually happens around 18, 19, 20, 21. It's like your body saying, okay, you survived to adulthood, now you're on your own. These genes that are responsible for producing these enzymes slowly go dormant. It's like a dimmer switch in your DNA that slowly and continuously turns down more and more as we age. Your body produces less and less of these powerful antioxidant enzymes, and you think of these enzymes as the garbage men of the body. They're responsible for taking out the free radical trash, if you will. Now, what happens if there's fewer garbage men, right? You don't get that much of an effect anymore. So our body is already designed to fight the problem from inside, but the inherent mechanism weakens over time. By their time outlasts their production, thereby making a room for aging, malfunction, and disease to creep in. Now, here's the good news on what you can do. Recent discoveries have uncovered a master regulator of our genes, including the genes that regulate production of those antioxidant enzymes that we produce in our own bodies. The discovery is called Nrf2 activation. Nrf2 is a protein that is in virtually all of our cells with few exceptions. Nrf2 proteins have been called the gatekeeper of species longevity by researchers. It is a critical component in our immune system, and its job is to detect potential harm to our cells, activate your defense mechanisms, including production of the antioxidant enzymes, and Nrf2 can be activated by eating certain phytonutrients. You know, like sulforaphane in broccoli, curcumin in turmeric, and then green tea. It can all invoke the Nrf2 pathway and induce a positive response from our cells. Each of these phytochemicals raise the Nrf2 activation levels, but only by a little bit. We need a bigger boost than just broccoli, right? Now, family, further research has shown when we combine certain phytochemicals, there's a synergistic response that is more than 18 times more powerful than these individual nutrients individually.
I like. Sorry, Will. I saw something I like. Keep talking.
No, it's okay. I see you. I like the tie. I need to borrow that tie. Now, our product is the gold standard for this synergy of combined nutrients. It's a branded dietary supplement and has been independently studied and validated over the past decade by, by multiple research universities and organizations. Now, here's the thing. Our product is a patented blend of phytonutrients that have results that have shown to reduce oxidative stress by 40% on average after taking this product for only 30 days. I got better news than that for you here in a minute. That result is far and above any achieved result to date by antioxidants or any other product. The results have inspired many organizations like the National Institute of Health, the American Heart Association, Ohio State University, the Mayo Clinic, golly, what's that one in Baltimore? Johns Hopkins University. I mean, a lot of people have been seeing this. And I'm going to tell you why in just a minute, okay? There are currently over 24 peer-reviewed studies on the product on PubMed.gov. It's the only product named on PubMed.gov, the only one. And there's millions and millions and millions of studies on PubMed.gov, but there's only one company name, one product name on PubMed.gov, and that's us, because it's so powerful. Now, here's the thing. Back in 2003, this product hit the market in retail stores. It hit the stores like GNC, Walgreens, whatever. There was another, CVS. It was being sold in all of those retail stores, okay? Now, around 2006, 2005, 2006, no, it's later than that, 2008, 2009, first of all, when we put it in these resale outlets, we started telling people that this would reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. Well, ABC News, they thought, well, we're just going to go try that out for size and see if this stuff really does what they say it does. And if it doesn't, we're going to shut them down. We're going to shut them down. So what they did is they called us up and they said, hey, can we send a reporter down to do a story on your product? And the formulator, Dr. McCord, said, sure, send him on down, you know. And so they started doing the report and everything. And Dr. McCord sort of had an idea of what they were doing there in the first place. And we weren't selling a lot of product in those in those retail establishments because people behind the counters really didn't know how to explain it. It was not an antioxidant product, not at all. This is a cellular activator. This is a gene activator. The genes that have flipped off, this product would flip those genes back on, and make them act like they were when you were in your teens. And so ABC wanted to sort of knock us off. So they sent John Quinones down to do a special report. And while he was there, Dr. McCord made him an offer. He said, John, he says, why don't you be a test subject for us? And John said, well, what I got to do? He said, well, just give me a little blood. We'll test it, and we'll test your oxidative stress levels. And then I'll give you some product. You can take it for a little while. And he says, well, I can only take it for 2 weeks because this story has to go to air in 2 weeks. He said, fine, we'll do the thing for 2 weeks. He wanted to get him on for a month, I'm sure. But anyway, after 2 weeks, John came back after trying the product for 2 weeks, and they did another test to test his oxidative stress levels. Now, y'all know during this little talk I've been doing tonight, I told you that it would reduce the oxidative stress levels within 40% within 30 days, right? Well, John Quinonas's oxidative stress levels had dropped 45% in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. This is absolutely the best advertisement that we've ever had for this product, and it was intended to be a hit piece on our company. Now, let me tell you what happened to sales after that report hit the news. You know how I told you earlier that we weren't selling that much product in those retail outlets? Well, it's because the product costs twice as much as it does today. Yeah, that's the fact. It did. So after that report hit, within 30 days, they sold $5 million worth of product in 30 days. As a matter of fact, they sold so much they had to back order and fill the orders as they could. They just didn't have enough produced. So that was a big boom. And here's another thing. When that report hit, every clinical medical university in the nation almost wanted to study the product because they saw the power of what it did for John Quinones. And they said, we got to figure this out. If that's true, we've hit a whole new category of medicine and treatment. So what happened was, University of Texas called, Washington State University did a study, Louisiana State University did a study, Virginia Union University Medical Center study. Ohio State University, University of Texas, like I said. We've got 31 peer-reviewed clinical studies now. And you remember now, these clinical studies, they cost millions and millions and millions of dollars to conduct, because when the National Institute of Aging did their study, and that's part of the federal government, by the way, it took them 10 years to do their study. And I'm going to read you some of their conclusions real quick, okay? Now, y'all hang around. I'm going to give away some free product here in just a minute. Now, University of Texas said that Nrf2 is the guardian of health span and the gatekeeper of species longevity, protecting against many age-related diseases, including cancer and neurodegeneration. Neurodegeneration? Let's talk Alzheimer's. Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk dementia. Washington State University. Here is their quote from 2015 after they concluded their study. Nrf2 is likely to be the most important health-promoting approach in the foreseeable future. Nrf2 may become the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. That's pretty strong, guys. Louisiana State University in 2009 concluded their study, and they said, induction of antioxidant enzymes by this product may serve as a practical and potent approach to cancer prevention. Thank you.
I was telling him it's good for the joints, man.
I know, right? Well, listen, I've got one more to read, and I'm going to be done here, except for giving away some free product. The National Institutes on Aging, after concluding their 10-year study on our product, they said that this product, and they tested against 20 other products, by the way. They said this product is the only nutritional supplement tested that has been proven to increase the median survival in mammals, thus delaying the aging process. It has the potential to extend lifespan and delay disease and dysfunction. Now, folks, if for no other reason, you should take this product to live longer, because the federal government, after spending your tax money, came to the conclusion that this product would extend your life. What? Yep, it's the truth. That's exactly what they said. Now, if you'd like some more information on this product, I would love to get it to you. Grab a pen and a piece of paper, because I'm going to give you my phone number and an email address if you'd like some more information. All right. You ready? I'll say it twice. Twice is all you get. You don't even have to listen to the recording. All right. My phone number is 910-690-6008. Do not call me right now because I'm on a conference call. This one. If you'd like to text me, Just text me and say, I'm with Frank, and you send me your email address so I can get the information over to you. That's all you need to do. Say, I'm with Frank, and send your email address over here to me. If you prefer email, it is CLQUIK12 CLQUIK12 My phone number once more for phone calls and texts is 910-690-6008. Frank and I discovered this about a year and a half ago, and it has absolutely changed so many family members' lives. They are swearing by it. They're never going to get off of it. And let me tell you this. If you're thinking about trying this product, don't do that. Don't do that. If you want this product, if you're considering buying this product, try it for 4 months at least, because you didn't get in the sad shape you're in overnight, and you're certainly not going to get out of it overnight. This is a cumulative product. The longer you take it, the better it is for you. And that's straight from the formulator's mouth. After 120 days on this product, your oxidative stress levels will drop 70% on average. 70%. It only gets better from there. Okay? And remember, oxidative stress has been linked to over 250 diseases. And if you can formulate the name of a disease in your brain, it's on the list. It is on the list. We've heard it all. Okay? Hey, Frank.
Yo.
Anybody that the first person that types in the word
Santa.
wins a free product tonight.
Come on, guys. The first person that types Santa gets a free products here. There you go. Wait a minute. That's Santa. No, Angela.
Santa.
Yeah, that's good enough. It was just a misprint. So that's Angela Graham. Is that right, Jen?
Yep.
Angela Graham. Well, how do you want her to get a hold of you?
I want her to text me her name, her mailing address, and her email address so I can send her some information on the products as well.
Go ahead and give your email again. And
I'm
Angela.
going to give you the phone number.
Okay, Angela, get ready to write this phone number down so you can call Will after we're done with our program, and he'll hook you up.
There you go. 910-690-6008. And you just call me or text me. Give me your mailing information and your email address, and we'll get it out to you, okay? Congratulations, Angela. You other guys that didn't win, hey, there's always next week. We'll do it again. All right? God bless you guys. Hey, listen, Frank.
Yes, sir.
After the first of the year, we're going to start shooting some YouTubes on this stuff.
Yeah, whenever you want. It doesn't matter. Whenever you want.
We can shoot them in the middle of the day and then drop them in the evening.
Yeah. I showed somebody my pictures when I was literally bald all the way down the middle of my head and a big spot in the back. And I was thinking because it's actually a combination of two things. This one that this product you're talking about, and this here other product, and my goodness, the shampoo,
The hair care.
yeah, the hair care, and what you giving me here with this tablet,
That's right.
I look like Sasquatch. I mean,
Hey, brother. Well, I'm growing mine out for wigs for kids right now, so it might be longer than yours for long.
Oh, yeah. I know sometimes your hair gets down and you donate that hair. That's nice of you. I love you, Will, and thank you for bringing this to the family because...
Hey, God bless you, brother. I'm going to hang around for the rest of this UBTV. I'm going to get off the phone and get back on the computer.
Roger, about 30 minutes we'll be done. Love you. Talk to you soon.
Love y'all. Congratulations, Angela.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, yes, congratulations to you, Angela. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with our study, and we left off with the concept or the idea that Vice President Pence, when he went over there, it was like turning on a light that caused the cockroaches to leave. Now, we know that already, okay? That's a fact. Pence then also talked with the prime minister and basically said, you need to get the hell out of here. And he did instantly. Then he goes over to Kurdistan, and we believe, in our opinion, this whole call is strictly my opinion. Now, granted, I told you that there was a writer in it, and yet our Firefly Eddie says, Mr. Frank, Allah just came and told us that there's a writer in the budget. Then the next thing we know, the government of Iraq is talking that they say, yes, and the HCL has been approved. It's in the budget. Kurdistan has agreed to send their part. And when did this happen? The day, it wasn't even 24 hours. The day after that Pence went over there. You see, and now I want to talk to my friend Eddie. Eddie, I know what you guys are planning for this Friday because you told me. Eddie, I pray for you and your friends. And I'm certainly not here to tell you, hey, don't do that, don't do that. No more protesting, because your protesting has metamorphosized into a peaceful, kind of like in the 60s in the United States of America, when minorities fought for their civil rights. But just like in America in the 60s, these sit-ins, we were shot at and killed. I believe that the sit-in that you're going to be doing will be successful because Daddy's there. So let's see how it turns out this Friday. Because between what is it, Wednesday, Thursday, so that's roughly 2 days from now. Every day, a miracle is occurring in your country because Daddy's there. His representatives, his military might. And on top of that, he now has cleverly recruited the Middle Eastern countries around Iran. And on top of all that, when there's oppression, when there's slavery, when there's abuse, that innocent, that minority dreams of the day when that won't be the case anymore. And the Iranian citizens, in my opinion, are looking over at you guys and saying, God, we dream of something like that. And you now have it. The United States has your back. And what Pence is doing is allowing a rider, in my opinion, inside of a budget that is going to be given to you citizens that contains all your demands. We said it. Daddy's already said it. Our representatives have said it. Even Marty said it before he left. You're going to get everything you want. You won. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. I don't know where he went. Malachi is being you. It's amazing how somebody will do anything to save their ass. So Malachi is a survivor. That son of a gun. Dude, would you slap your mama? For $5, would you slap your mama? Yeah, I steal $5 for that. Go slap her. And if you start to watch Malachi right now and study him, citizens of Iraq, we need to elect a prime minister that will bring you this and this. Shut up. No, I was told to say this. Oh. This whole call is, in my opinion, because Pence was the ambassador I told you was going to arrive for Donald Trump. He did. And Pence activated a writer that I told you about 2 years ago, that they just recently told you about a few weeks ago, that's in the budget. And I told you, Democrats, don't do this. Don't do this because you don't have, oh my goodness. I know you're jealous. I know you're angry. Go beat up go beat up an old lady or something, but don't take it out on Trump. It would be, what you guys are doing is an insult. The whole world is seeing it, and it's hurting us. Yeah. That's not cool. Because it gives China, I mean, they signed, they're ready to do the deals with with Iraq's oil. And what did they do? They kind of reneged a little bit. No, we're going to do this. Hey, we're going to put some tariffs off. Well, tariff this, tariff that, tariff that, back and forth, back and forth. Dude, you want it and you need it and you know it. Now just stop it. And China will stop it. But that little opening that you give China, and that's what I think you guys, the Democrats, are doing, in all honesty. Every time you cause these troubles, you're giving the other countries that Donald Trump has already pretty well told them what to do a little chance to backtalk. You don't backtalk when you got a deal like this. If you got a deal with Zimbabwe, you can bitch all you want. You got a deal with the United States of America. You don't back away from that. And when you do, it costs you, doesn't it, China? Oh, man. Okay, your move. Tariff. Okay, hold on. Trump's turn. Okay, ready? Tariff, sucker. Oh my God, that hurt us too much. Your tariffs. Okay, your turn. Okay, UK. What? You mad? They double face. All you guys, are you mad? What are you going to do? We're going to put fees on your Google accounts. Okay, not something military, right? Where's your might? Okay, but you know what? That is a good one, though. I will admit. Okay, I'll give you that. You want to F around like that? Tell you what, Trump, show them what you're going to do to them now. Get ready, UK. Get ready, all of you that France, anybody that he's cleaning the swamps. I know you got deals with our American politicians. Too bad. This president is fighting for me, Frank Villa, for my family. Like I ain't never seen any human being fight for me. He stood up to you guys. He stood up to, who was that? The French guy. What was his name? Macaroni. And then they get into a fight. Really? Oh, we still got this one. Guys, you cannot call. And we're doing a conference call. Oh, that just broke my train of thought. Macaroni, you got into a fight with him. And I love that. Thank you, Donald Trump, President Trump, for backing me up. Because you know what you did to him? I would have done the same thing and more. Shoot. I would have probably gotten a fist fight with him right there on the floor. How dare they say no to what you're saying, which is only fair? Because they got deals with past administrations that would just destroy that. You're unbalancing the corruption in this world, Trump. What's the matter with you? Now, we also have Monday, the Pfizer report coming out. Oh, buddy, oh man, Democrats, you better wear 3 layers of clothing because this is going to expose you. And I know, in my opinion, what is about to be exposed. Oh, and then you got the Horowitz reports, the IG reports that are going to be coming out of that. So I'm sorry, because the exposure that is about to happen this coming Monday on these reports, in my opinion, is in sync with many of the deals that Obama made with many countries. And that's why NATO, certain ones, are just so pissed. Yeah. Queen Elizabeth, ma'am, I wish you luck. I'm not saying that you're bad, ma'am, but the monarchy style, why do you think we broke off? You can have your tea. We could care less. But we're not about to pay you taxes on that tea. And the way you do it, your population pays you a certain amount of money and you hoard it. President Trump is so rich, he's using a lot of his money to save America. You might want to think of that. because your children are so spoiled. And that one guy, Prince Charlie. Hey, Charlie.
Andrew.
Oh, is Prince Andrew? Isn't it Charles? Or oh, I'm sorry, Andy. Andy. Oh no, I better not say that. Andrew. The royal family may fall because of this, and if the royal family falls, the structure of monarchy falls with it too. So, Boris, which is that Johnson, Boris Johnson, you crazy man. I like you. I would never invite you to dinner. You crazy man. You remind me of Trump. You look like Trump. Are you doing that on purpose? You son of a no, not even that. It's just a coincidence. But maybe you can save your queen. You know, God save the queen. Or you. A lot of, you see, tundra has been removed. Rainforests have been removed. And when you do that and you scrape the earth, you expose viruses that were covered up for billions of years. You can't be exposing them because if you do, oh my. And Boris, there's going to be a lot of exposing coming up pretty soon because of what it's not our fault. Everything could have just kept quiet. The whole world would have been stupid for the rest of their lives, you know. But there's a time frame to this planet Earth that seems to be generating into the end times. I don't want to disrespect the Democrats because there are many of you that are Democrats and you're watching right now and you're probably saying, and I don't blame you. It's politics that does that. If you knew me under any other circumstances, I bet you would say he's not too bad. He's all right now. I'd buy you a lomi. I mean, I'd give you a massage. I'd sing you a song on the beach. You know, I'd go and ride a whale for you and come back and give you some urchins and lobsters on the beach. You know, we'd be friends. But politics does this to us. Politics, and I said, Democrats, you're going to implode. Stop it. Because you're jealous of what you're about to lose. This reinstatement is going to fund the UN, NATO, American citizens, countries that are poor, Iraqi citizens, not you and your. I said you would implode. I said that the structure would metamorphosize into something different from the worm that you are now with your attitude towards our president to the cat or to the butterfly that you should be, Democrats. You got a guy by the name of Bloomberg, that rich guy. He's doing the same thing that Trump did. He's trying to buy the presidency. And you Democrats, you hate him. You hate him because he's doing that. And now, okay, so he's a Democrat. He's a leftist. But you leftist Democrats are saying, no, we don't want nothing to do with him. So what are you doing? You're moving far left. How much farther can you go to the left? To the point of danger. To the point where you get so angry that you destroy something so good. A soldier follows his general into battle because he leads them into it. Donald Trump may be a little goofy, strange. I wish he wouldn't do it the way he does it, but he does it. But Donald Trump is doing things that a general does for his troops, what a president does for his citizens. And you can't destroy that because that means that you're not part of that army. You're the enemy that army fights in order to survive. I'm begging you, Democrats, I did challenge you. I don't think you're going to do jack. You're gonna you're gonna you're gonna chicken caca out of this. All you wanted to do was to try to embarrass him. I've never seen this over 3 years. And if you're a Democrat, I'm not. I'm sorry. Democrats are good people. Their parties are. I mean, you got good ideas. I don't know how you support some of your ideas, but you got good ideas. But your leadership right now, Nancy got to pee. No, Nancy got to go. Bloomberg has shifted the Democratic Party so far to the left that he's forced the Democrats to go far to the left. Actually, Bloomberg is shifting you guys to the right, and because he's being like Donald Trump. Woo! Think about that. Hold on. Bloomberg talks just like Donald Trump talks. The same concept, the same party. No wonder you Democrats hate him. He talks just like Trump does. But he is a Democrat. Can't do that. You can't do that, Bloomberg, what you're doing, because your party will hate you. Your party will, your party is dividing. Oh, gee whiz, I wish I would have said that. Anyways, that's enough, huh? No, hey, I'll tell you what. I think we stop with the politics and all this garbage and stuff and everything. Hey. Something to think about, even though I already said it. Frank, why did it take so long for Daddy to help with the protesters? Why did it take so long? The same reason why they never got rid of Maliki. The protesters in Iraq, bless their soul, it cost over 400 souls and spirits. But what they did is what is drawing Iran into the perfect line of sight to be removed from Iraq. Stinks, doesn't it? Oh, by the way, my broker wants me to tell you something. And I'm not going to teach it. But as of today, Jen, tomorrow, tomorrow, whenever. And I understand why he's doing this, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to teach about it. Y'all, if you're interested, because this is just for a limited time anyways. If you're interested in this currency, you call me, you buy it, I send it to you. But we don't talk about anything on the telephone. This is the only place where I can express my opinion. But when you call me, I cannot give you any advice. But we have the Venezuela Bolivar. The Venezuela Bolivar. The Venezuela currency Bolivar. If you're interested, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll take all these numbers and we'll put them on our form. If you're not a member of ktfalways.com, you should be. And if you need help to be a member of ktfalways.com, call me. My phone number is 419 283 2552. There is one more other thing. You know, this ain't gonna last long. I think we moved about a 20% of this already, Jan. Oh, he's got 50 million of it available. Well, yeah, Jan, we've moved about 20 million of it. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are being told that my broker, you see, and again, without too much explanation, you can figure it out. It's getting it was already difficult to get, well, when you try to call other dealers to buy dinars and then you call me, do you have any? Yeah, well, thanks for thinking about me. Anyway. Oh, that's terrible. Anyway, so because it's so bloody hard to get, and we only sell uncirculated, right? And my broker is actually a supplier to people that you buy from. Yeah. So, anyways, to some, he has he has now opened a door, which we don't normally walk into, with circulated dinars. Right now, 1 million dinars is $1,200 with our broker. But now he's offering 1 million circulated dinars. These are all in 25Ks for, is that right, Jan? $1,030. 1030.00, $1,030. There is a $15 delivery charge to it though. So if you're interested in circulate, they're in good condition. They're in good condition. I've been with him for what, 9 years? We've never had a problem. Everybody's got their order. I'm a registered agent with a licensed broker with the United States Treasury. But yeah, for a limited time, we have these. And by the way, whenever you buy 1 million dinars from our broker, we always send, this is what I asked them, throw in extra dinars. I got it. Throw in extra dinars. And he says, okay. In with every million that you buy. So if you buy 10, what you got? 10, what you got? I don't know. So anyway, so one guy called me and he says, "Hey Frank, that was a fancy business card." I said, "What business card? I don't send no. We don't send business cards. Just a receipt. What business card?" Oh no, something like 2.5 inches by 5 inches, and it was green, and it was a dude. That's currency. That's a currency. We get free dinars with every order. It was currency. Yeah, what'd you do with it? I threw it away. Chase the garbage truck, man. Alrighty, so you know about these two new currencies, or the Venezuela. Study it on your own when you call me. Can't ask me a question about it. Just the price.
They're asking, do you have to buy 1 million or can you buy in a smaller amount?
For what?
The IQD circulating.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Good question. Says here for the uncirculated. Here, write this down if you want to. You ready? 100,000 dinars. This is circulated in 25Ks. And they're in good condition, not stained or ripped or written on. And if you don't like something, you just simply send it back. And if you don't like any of it, send it all back. We can't find the dinar. 100,000 dinars circulated is $125. A quarter of a million circulated dinars, 25Ks, is $285. Half a million dinars circulated, 25Ks, is $545. And every million is $1,030. There is a $15 delivery charge, as you know, part of it too. Yeah, and this is a limited time only for both of these. Alrighty, let's show you Firefly's report. Did I give you? I wasn't with you. My baby's birthday yesterday. Thank you. Thank you for the gazillion texts. No. Thank you for the posting on our forums and the phone calls and the cards, and y'all are sweet people.
And the Starbucks card.
My wife is a what is it called? Star what?
I'm a gold card holder at Starbucks.
Starbuck. She's a Starbuck fanatic.
I drink tea.
She's a Jedi. She's a Starbuck. Oh yeah, you drink tea, don't you?
Yeah, it's fine though.
What's it?
It's fine.
It's all gone.
That was what I had from yesterday.
This was good. The little
Dragon fruit.
mango and dragon fruit. I gotta admit that was good. Well, there's still a little drop in there. Can I have it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just delicious.
It is. Good for you too.
It's good for you. Oh, wait a minute.
You can get it on your shirt.
back to being serious. Let's look at Firefly's report. Turns out that yesterday I didn't read it to you because I was celebrating my beautiful wife's birthday. Um, so we have yesterday and today's report. Let's go look at it. You want to? Hmm. Sorry, I've got a lot of information. Dang. MI6 said that? Maliki felicitated the cannibalism of the Iraqis. That's I said that. I agree with you. No, you're just saying that. That's not a link. Go away. Alrighty. What am I doing? Yeah, a firefly. Hey, look. Let me just before we get to firefly. Oh, there's too many of them. Well, let's see this one.
Rights abuses by the Iraqi president and foreign minister, who he says are U.S. citizens. Take a look.
Antifa Kambar is the executive director of the Future Foundation, a Washington-based advocacy group focused on supporting Iraqi democracy and better relations with Iraq and the United States. He told One American News, anti-democratic forces in Iraq are taking advantage of the impeachment proceedings to launch a crackdown.
I think this impeachment is a farce, and it's only causing the destruction of the United States foreign policy, and it's making the enemies of the United States happier every day.
Kambar said Iraqi Prime Minister Adil Abdul Mahdi cracked down on the protesters, knowing that Americans were not paying attention.
Adil Abdul Mahdi, the Prime Minister of Iraq, and his cabinet are delighted to see the process of impeachment of President Trump, because now they think that will provide them the fatigue of Washington they needed to keep Washington away from their meddling in Iraq on behalf of Qasem Soleimani, the Quds Force commander, and Khamenei and Iran.
Iran's policy has been to weaken Iraqi independence and its alliance with the United States ever since American soldiers toppled Saddam Hussein, he said.
Consistently, Iran has tried from day one, from the liberation of Iraq in 2003, to destroy the democracy in Iraq and create chaos in Iraq, and making Iraq weaker and attacking the United States.
Demonstrators are nationalists, he said. Although Iraq is a majority Shia country like Iran, culturally, Arabs resist domination by Persians.
These demonstrations are not about salaries, they're not about jobs, they're not about food. They're about Iraqi dignity, about Iraqis fighting the hegemony of Iran inside Iraq, fighting every attempt of Iran to destroy Iraqi democracy. This democracy came at the expense of American blood.
And of course, a phone call comes in. Sorry about the number is seen there, but you should have called me. Anyways, now let's go, and that's just a little bit. I've got 7 other videos, but we don't have the time. And they were all in sequence and organized constructively to bring this point across of what I shared with you tonight. But you know what? I'm praying that my opinion will be justified in time. So now let's see. Here he is. I'll be honest with you. They're not in a good mood, and the reason why they're not is because the United States is here, Frank. Why haven't we been able to do the elections yet? It's only so much, I can say. So, hey, by the way, before I read this, I saw somebody that made a post here, and I think it was a legitimate question. My staff removes certain postings that could lead into sensitivity, and the question was, Frank, if this thing is about to happen, why are you selling these dinars? A number of reasons. Number one, I live in a realistic world that says at the end of every month I have to pay my bills. So I continue to make a living until the Lord says I don't have to anymore. Number two, I'm a registered agent with a licensed broker with the United States Treasury. You just can't stop unless you've communicated, and we haven't, and we don't, because we're selling them. And number three, which I think is the most important part, is because in 2008, I bought some dinars from a gentleman. His first name started with an A and three letters. And I bought it for $14.50 plus $25 shipping for 1 million dinars. And in 2009, I even hooked up with him. And I sent him our KTFA family to buy. But then it dawned on me. I wonder what it costs for 1 million, with a broker at the CBI. And when I saw the price, I thought, dear God, he's making almost $600 for every million that he sells? And then he's got a layaway program? Is that what he called it? Reserves. He called it reserves. And if you put down 10% of 1 million dinars at the end of the month, you better pay up the other 90% or you lose your 10%. Yeah, that's the definition of reserving something. But it's not, it's illegal. Yeah, it's illegal with currency. So I got to thinking, I picked up the phone and I said to a friend of mine, can you know anybody that could help me? And this lady friend of mine, she says, yeah. And then she hooks me up with my friend, and it turned out to be his son had just went into the Air Force Academy. Hoorah. And my broker, I said to him, can you supply me the Iraqi dinar? Yeah. Can I sell it for this price per million? And I came out with, was it $950? Yeah, right, babe? Yeah, it was $950 for 1 million. And I said, and don't charge him any shipping, and give him free dinars. And my broker says, you're gonna cover the costs on that? I said, yeah, whatever you give me, take it away from me. Okay. So we developed a friendship, except with that guy with the A and the three letters, He called me up. And I said, really? You do know I'm a registered agent now, right? Really? You do know they have the prerogative to record my phone calls, don't you? Clink. And I never heard from him again. And the reason I did that is to be, I suppose, a champion to those that I love. You should not have been paying that outrageous amount of money per million. Go look at your receipts. And I just simply told my broker, this is how much I want to make. He looks at it, he goes, all right. I said, look, I need money. Everybody needs money. But I don't want to steal it. And I believe that's what he's been doing. That's serious money. How am I gonna have a relationship with God when I know I'm doing that on purpose? I've stole money all my life. I stole it from my family, from the restaurant. When they wasn't looking, I would take a ticket, I'd tear it up, and I'd take out the $20 so I could go out that night. No. I'm not. I am the worst sinner you ever met. But I don't want to be that way no more. I'm not taking this shit with me to heaven. So he said, okay. He thought I was crazy. And I've been with you ever since. And that 950 went to 1050. And then it went to 1150, and then it went to 12 is the recent, yeah, it's 1200 now for every million. And all the other brokers had to stay in the same ballpark, and they learned to go under. And then we got rid of the reserve, and we introduced something called the layaway. The layaway. For about 2 years, you could call me, Frank, I'm going to put down 10% on $1 million. You got it. And that would be with us on the books forever. And eventually, after a year, we call you, hey, you still got 10% down. We're going to send you the 10% because we have to close our books and go into the next year. Okay, Frank. So I hope I answered your question, sir. I am not as dishonest as others think I am or tell you that I am. I am as honest as I give you the fruits of my labor. But God tells you, beware of man. And I am a man. And I am sinful. But my sin is perfect. My imperfection is perfect with God. Yesterday, Monday, brother. Yesterday, early in the morning, here we go. You know what? To save time, this will be the only one I show you like that. Good morning, Mr. Frank. This morning, this is yesterday. This morning, we are seeing on the news a little talk about the expansion of the electronic payment system with our banks. And they say that this is a key to the upcoming economic reforms, which are the contractors that are watching and realizing we can trust the Iraqi banks now. Reforms saying and they're also saying that there will be new election laws that will be voted on this week. Do you understand, Eddie? The election laws were necessary to be passed before you could vote. Okay? It's not like we're there and we're watching you and not caring. In your own words, in your own, reports to me. The data, the information is there, son. We're there because that government was never going to pass those election laws. Wait a minute. No. The election laws were passed for last year. Do you understand? This is a key, Mr. Frank. They say to the upcoming economic reforms, saying that the new election laws will be voted this week, and they will send more later. We're having a pretty good day at the market, though, by the way. Bingo. But I won't take you any further than that, KTFA family. Not tonight. Mr. Frank, second report. On television today, this afternoon, they're saying that the final agreement has been reached on the budget because of a writer. Pence triggered it, and it caused it's a cause effect that affects something else, that then affects two other things, that then affects four other things, and so forth. They're saying on television that the final agreements have been reached on the budget, and more details on it will be announced. You'll be very happy. They will be announcing this tomorrow. And the oil, they say, will start flowing January the 1st. Wow. Nafaji on TV saying that Iran not giving up power easily. And we need international overseeing the new elections. And that's exactly what we're doing. Overseeing and preparing it so that you can elect the independence that we're giving you to think about. Oh dear. The process will new election process, but the will of the protesters will prevail, and we want Iran out of our affairs. And we're saying soon more public funds, or excuse me, they're saying that soon more public funds are coming through economic reforms. You see, Eddie? They're saying that through economic reforms to all the citizens, and they're saying Iran is fighting more than ever now, trying to hold on to power in Iraq. But the new election laws will put an end to Iran's reign. Yes, it's a process, Eddie. Like I told you 3 days ago, you got to let the process unfold. It's not like you can just all of a sudden say get to square three, but we got to do square one and square two. If not, square three wouldn't even exist. Be of faith, Iraqi citizens. Be of faith that what you see in front of you is what you've been dreaming of. The same way that the Iranian citizens are longing and hoping one day to be helped in the same manner. So, Mr. Frank, it will prevail. We want Iran out of our affairs. And we're saying soon they're saying soon that more public funds will be coming through the economic reforms to all the citizens. And they're saying that Iran is fighting more and more than ever, trying to hold on to the power. But in Iraq, but the new election laws will put an end to Iran's reign. Excellent. I don't want to tell you what I told him. He says, he then responds to my question. He says, Mr. Frank, our citizens are good. But we still have the Iranians here that are killing us in certain parts, and it's pretty bad at the southern area. That's their stronghold, Mr. Frank, and we do not want to give up because they're killing at least 25 of us a day. President Trump has removed Dashish, Taliban, and now ISIS. ISIS used to have an area the size of the state of Ohio. That's how much they were able to control in the Middle East, in your neighborhood, Eddie. They're down to like a little block. That's it. And as much as you may say, well, wipe it out, no, because the bee always returns to the hive with a lot of information. And when there's no honey produced, well, then you can go ahead and just destroy the whole beehive. Copy. Let's see if the CBS has anything. Let's say tomorrow. Okay. 5 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday, Mr. Frank, the main USA base here that we're next to, it just came under attack again today by rockets. It appears to be the militants, the militia loyals to Iran. It's on news, but there's no word about injuries. Well, Eddie, there were no injuries, thank God. And they don't even know how to fire these things. They're more like bottle rockets. I mean, yeah, they can kill people, and they're enticing us. But Donald Trump and his six are not stupid. And when you get into a fight, you don't just go out there and start swinging all over the place. You'll exhaust yourself, you'll fall over, hyperventilate, and you'll get your ass kicked. No, you walk slowly, approach the person in the position that you know you have to be to hit certain parts, not all of it. And it goes down quickly. They used to be called pressure points on the body. And I told him, I said, hey, Eddie, that's exactly the trap that has been laid out for them. If they attack seriously, then we could. He says, Mr. Frank, they're desperate. Yeah, I know. They're desperate right now. Tehran does not want to give up power in Iraq, saying the United States is causing their troubles. Damn right, will cause more. Saying that the United States is causing their troubles in their country, saying that several rockets were aimed at nearby bases in USA troops. I mean, yeah, it's not good, but so this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, Mr. Franks, us citizens, we're still in the streets. I know, Eddie, and we will not leave. I know, Eddie, until the corruption is all gone. I know, Eddie. And the killings of the citizens has been addressed. Get ready, Eddie. Because us citizens, Mr. Frank, we wondering why United Nations and other countries, including USA, have not stepped up to stop the killings and to hold them responsible. For the third time this month, the Iranian consulate has been set on fire. Well, Eddie, again, logistics of military procedures is something that we certainly aren't going to talk about. I do release it slowly, slowly, slowly. And now that they can see that whole place is surrounded by all of our armed forces. How many armed forces do we have? Include the National Guards. So we wondering why you guys haven't stopped this. Get in here, help us. This is the third time now that we go to the Iranian consulate. We just burned the damn place down. No, he doesn't say that. It's the third time this month the Iranian consulate has been set on fire. Iraqis want Iran out of Iraq. We want a new electoral system. You remember how you had a list of demands, and then when Pence showed up, and they told you right away, everything you want is in the budget. We're gonna get it as soon as we showed up. Well, everything that you're asking for right here, you're about to get it. You had to wait for the other ones, and I know you were mad. Many people died. You have to wait for this, and you're gonna get it. And God willing, no people will die. It's called a process, Eddie. And you know that America is true for it. We want Iran out of Iraq. We want a new electoral system. We were told that the oil and the gas HCL law is all done and signed prior to the resignations. So it will not affect anything. It's not even going to affect the budget, Mr. Frank, they said. The HCL is for real. It's waiting. It's not going to affect anything. We're waiting now, budget to go to House for vote. Citizens are getting angry again. It's taking too long. Yeah, I know. And I don't have any problems with you complaining about that. You guys have the right to do and say anything you want. Even after we have given you what you want, if you want to still complain and demand for more, you've earned that right. But only up to a certain point. Okay? We're all angry again and taking it. It's too long. Marty resigned days ago. Mr. Frank, he resigned days ago. Why are we still waiting for decisions? Something better happens soon. The tension in the streets is building again, Mr. Frank. I know. the tension is building in the streets again, Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank, the only thing we see from the CBI today was all the banks now. Excuse me, Eddie. All the banks. Say it one more time. All the banks. Who told you, Eddie? CBI. What? All the banks. What? Mr. Frank, the only thing we see from the CBI today on TV was all banks now have bank offices. Something about helping the bank, helping the business sector for private sector, but that's all the talk from the CBI. Those are the three articles we talked about. Which I then, here, this is what he said right there. To which then I give him a speech. I say, Eddie, the CBI made another announcement yesterday, but most everyone missed it. So I'll explain it on our YouTube tonight. And as far as the killing in your country, trust me, Trump is watching and calculating. And sure enough, Iran opened the door yesterday. Let's see what happens. Then I asked them, well, wait a minute. Okay. Then I asked him about some things this Friday. He says, yes, that is in relationship to what I told you already about the citizens. We're fed up. But Frank, Mr. Frank, citizens are taking more, citizens are talking more. We're spinning, Jan. Can you please check, please? Yeah, we spin every now and then. It's okay. I don't care. We're almost done. Last 5 minutes. I promise. So, Mr. Frank, oh, give me thumbs up. Peace, pretty piece with sugar on top, okay? I don't even know if it's going to help. Mr. Frank, citizens are talking more about storming the green zone if we're not given what we want, our demands. That wouldn't be good, really. That wouldn't be good. Look, do the United States look? The United States of America is protecting what belongs to the citizens of Iraq. So where's the logic of them attacking their own future? Because we're getting fed up, Mr. Frank, again. Well, that's illogical. My opinion, dear friend, that's illogical when the citizens, when they know very well that we are there dealing with the situation. I know they want it now, but they are dealing with the process. Pray. Pray. And ladies and gentlemen, I just feel like stopping now. That's good enough, okay? Long night. I didn't mean to make it that long. I say goodbye by showing you something that I'm so proud of. This is, I like sports. I used to be an athlete. I suppose I still sort of am, kind of. I like sports. When I took off my football uniform for the last time ever wearing it, I thought to myself, "Oh my God, that's the end of sports. There's nothing else." I only knew the love of the camaraderie, the team effort of playing the game of football. I like the science and the play calling and the strategy of the game of football, calling the right defense and so forth. Anyways, so then I got in boxing, yeah, and I had 5 fights. I had 5 fights. I won them all, except for 4 of them. And the one I did win, it's because the guy didn't show up. So, so I went to martial arts, Taekwondo, Kempo style. I also like tennis, but I came across through my father-in-law, the game of golf. My father-in-law was a gentleman. He's Irish lad. I say, young man, teach you the game of golf. Let's see if you're worthy to marry my daughter. I miss you, Dad. And he taught me the game of golf. Poor guy. I always tell everybody my favorite wood in my bag is a Spalding baseball bat because I end up in the woods. I just live there. 48! It's long. But I'm sorry, I'm getting over my cold. But it turns out that my wife and I, we just love the game of golf. And we got a communique from a golfer, actually the family. And they sent us nice, things. And today they sent this and the card, and I said, because you see, I think that people that play golf, ladies and gentlemen, they're ladies, they're gentlemen, they're the class act of the example of what golf was supposed to be. An extremely courteous and respectful game because you got to keep your own score. It takes honesty, it takes dignity, it takes individual pride to play the game of golf, I think. So, anyways, then we have these ambassadors from the United States of America that play, for example, on the Ryder Cup. Like Tiger Woods and them guys. Well, here's my hero. His name is Fred Funk. And we look forward, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Accept it. I'll take that invitation. I'm not going to tell you what it is, family, but oh, wow. So if you should see a tournament and you see some knucklehead, what?
Hold up a sign.
Holding up a sign, it says KTF, and he's running all over the place.
Cookies.
Yeah, it says cookies, it's KTF. I won't do that, Mr. Funk, or Fred, if I might. I won't do that, Fred. I won't embarrass you, I promise. That'd be funny, though, wouldn't it? Why not? We put it up in the Wailing Wall. Why not? Did y'all have a good time? I did. Did you learn something? I did. Always learning. I want to thank you for being with us once again. Tomorrow is Thursday. I don't know if we're going to have a UB2B. We'll see. I thank you. I leave you in peace, and I ask you, take our study to God in prayer. Complete the cycle for us, because we start our study with prayer. Like I told you, we believe that from the same place where the four rivers met, the Garden of Eden, Babylon, Baghdad today, a second wealth transfer is coming to the church, like it was with the first wealth transfer for Mary and Joseph, for baby and Jesus to complete his mission in 33 years. I strongly believe that we should consider using a portion of this wealth, at least, for the kingdom of God. And there are many ways that you can do that. And when we're ready, we will say goodbye to our study when they raise the value. And KTF always will become a nonprofit organization, or we will establish a trust fund. And those that want to be a part of our mission work, you're welcome and you can contribute. We'll have our website, and we'll link it up with specific satellites. We'll talk about it later. But these satellites can actually go remote. So can you imagine? Maybe we're dedicating a church somewhere in, pastor, the pastor, you called me from India this morning. I'm sorry, Pastor. I just was so overwhelmed. Like I could not talk to you. I'm so sorry. But anyways, like you, sir, we would we would have the committee of 12 listen to the team of 7 to determine. We send our team of 7 to your area, and they would bring back an evaluation for us to determine what do you need in that area to further teach the Word of God. Do you need churches? Do you need Bibles? Do you need people to teach the Word of God? So we'll assess it, and then we would send funds and people, whatever it takes, to that part of the world. Our approach will be the same way that the military defeats an enemy. It will not be just straightforward. We will flank. I thank you for being with us. God bless you. And I will be with you possibly either Thursday or Friday. We'll see. All righty? Think about the things we told you tonight. Even though they were all in my opinion. I'm going to go play some golf. 4